Hi, I'm Michael Wagner. Ladies first, right?
I thought I was gonna go, and I was like,
Okay.
oh, okay, never mind.
No.
Hi, I'm Michael Wagner. I'm a producer-engineer, and I've worked with bands like Ozzy Osbourne, Metallica, and Skid Row.
And I'm Josiah.
I'm Flip.
I'm Craig.
And we're Rearview Ghost.
And we're going to get together and make a killer album for you.
Hell yeah, let's get it on. Head down to the devil's backbone. Whiskey found the devil and friends. Head down to the devil's backbone.
Hi, I'm Craig.
I'm Josiah.
I'm Flip.
And I'm Michael.
And we're Rearview Ghost, and we're here to ask for your help. We're going to be making an EP with this world famous producer right here, and we need money desperately. And we're doing everything DIY. We're going to try to stay away from any borrowing of money so we don't have to pay it all back, and we can put more money into promotions and things like that. It costs a lot to promote a record. And,
Well, it's the way nowadays things run. You know, there's not that many labels left, and basically the deals you can get from a label is you won't be able to survive or even go on tour. So the bands are stuck with doing it themselves, and with crowdfunding, and that's why we're here, and try to get just the bare cost for recording the record together. And everybody is going to put in their best on their own, but still we need your help to get this record off the ground.
we have some great new songs in the works. We're really proud of what we're working on now. You're going to hear the new single "Devil's Backbone" during the process of this video we're making right now, and the whole album's going to be in that vibe.
I think we're with the song that we went into the workshop with Michael with. I felt like it was the first time we really come together and have a very clear message on our style as artists and musicians, and it's very exciting. It's got me the most excited to the new songs we're going to write, and really coming into our own as artists and musicians, and especially I can't wait to collaborate with Michael on those songs and see what comes of that as well.
Yeah.
There's I have a lot of bands coming through here, and if they weren't any good, I would not work with them. But once in a while, there's a band that sticks out, and they are especially good. They're especially true to music, and like I said before, these guys have music in their blood. And to me, it's just like, hey, we got to do something together. This is going to be great, and it's going to be something special coming out on the market. And between all this noise that's going on there, why not have something that sticks out and is really good?
Very rock and roll. We're doing pretty much a straight rock and roll.
Straight rock and roll, real heartfelt and honest music, and I think people will like it.
I hope so.
They will like it because it's just so honest and open.
Yeah. Thank you. We feel the same way. I think we've kind of come around after all the things we've been into that have happened to us over the last few years. But we've been through a lot, and I think those growing pains and staying with it was a big part. We went through a lot.
The strength mentally, emotionally to overcome the obstacles that we did, and to come together as artists and really still be creative. I think that's where that rawness comes from, is just having to be forced to with the honesty of life and things that happen.
One of the biggest disasters we've ever been through as a band. We've been through a few. We were at our apartment and sitting around one evening, and these tornadoes were coming through. It was April 27, 2011. And we're sitting around the apartment, no electricity, not really knowing what's going on around us, not knowing how crazy it is. And we get a call from Russ Hausman, who is our stage manager, and we rehearsed at his house. We were building a studio in the back of his house, and all he says to me is it's gone. It's gone, man. And I'm like, what? And he says, everything we own, everything you guys have, it's all gone. Apparently the F5 tornado went right through his house, picked it up, threw it probably over 50 yards, and destroyed everything. And everything we had ever owned as musicians was in that building, including his personal stuff. but it was just so much of a shock to see how fast something can just be taken away. Everything can be gone in a blink of an eye, really.
When we first went in to record our first album, we went in and we did it for 2 weeks straight. And of course, we're all working day jobs, so we'd be at our day jobs for 8 hours. When we'd go to the studio, we'd be there for about 8 hours a night, and we did this for about 2 weeks, if not longer. Most exhausting studio experience ever to me. It seemed like it was just so tough. And also, too, the whole while, Josiah's starting to have vocal issues with her sinuses and such, so she's having some problems, ends up having to go to a couple of specialists and whatnot.
September 2010 was tough. I've had a sinus surgery every year in a row up until that point, and for us to be done without the music, and yeah, I could have sang on the album, but I knew I couldn't do what I really wanted to do and do what I was capable of. So I decided to go to Vanderbilt at the Voice Center to get the best treatment I could and really determine if it's really on my vocal cords and my sinuses, what's causing all these issues. And to not be able to do what you love and you've always been able to do is really tough.
The album kind of sat there for several months before she was able and ready to go in and do vocals. So on the day that we go in to do vocals, we get a call from the producer that was doing the CD. Tells us that we've lost all the tracks. Everything is done and gone. Completely, totally erased. So 2 exhausting weeks, basically down the drain. So we had to go back in, re-record the whole album. We did it for over a period of 2 or 3 months. More exhausting studio work. And at the end of that, we finally came out with, a good album that was good and done. But, now we're ready to move past all that and get a new recording, which is basically what we're doing all this for.
It would have been easy to just kind of quit.
Quit a lot.
Yeah, when you're picking up and starting over 3 times and within a year or so, it really takes a toll on you. But then again, the creativity that comes from it, just fuels you. Yeah.
And by you still being at it, by you still doing it after all that time and overcoming all those obstacles, that is a great sign of the music being the most important thing in your life.
Yeah.
And you know how it is nowadays, there's not much help from the outside, so that's why we're appealing to everybody and go, hey man, help us do this record and help us get this out there for you guys. Yeah. It's for you guys, because this is really good music, and I think you all will enjoy it.
I think that's
That's pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Craig, and Craig, you gotta calm the f down.
Yeah. Yeah, shut up.
Really, man. Interrupting everybody and
ADHD child.
I'm trying to talk here.
Hell yeah, let's